thought you meant the fruit snacks.
The Welch's snacks? Dude, that's like a staple on set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
If a set doesn't have Welch's, it's not a real set.
No, it's not
Period.
worth stepping on.
Or Mott's Fruit Station.
Mott's Fruit Station.
Yeah.
I'm a big Ritz cracker guy. I like those little mini sandwiches.
What's the best crafty you've had? Because you've been on so many sets now. You've got to have some good shit.
I don't know. A good midday donut when they buy the crew, like not just like Tim Hortons donuts, but like a cool local spot. Yeah. Those are always good. I'm always game for those. What else? I don't know. The pep and cheds. I gotta have the pep and cheds.
Pep and cheds, really?
Pep and cheds.
Is it just because there's protein, right? It's just going for
it's good protein. I like the cheese and the pepperoni like mixture. It's good.
Salty on
It
salt.
pairs nicely with the coffee. I think it goes back to like hunting days.
Yeah.
Because that was like my like go-to hunting snack on in the blind.
You're a big time hunter?
I try.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say big time. Yeah. This guy.
So I think that's how you got into VP, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I got into hunting later in life. Like when I met my now wife when we were in high school, I'd always kind of had an interest in hunting, and no one really in my family hunted, and like my dad doesn't hunt, and and her family were big hunters. So as soon as I met her and we started dating, and she was going hunting, I was like, well, I got to get my license, and paid for it myself back in high school, and did the weekend course. And
you guys have been dating since high school?
Oh yeah.
How long has it been?
Oh,
don't mess up now.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't. It's since 2013. I don't know.
2013?
What's that? Do the math.
12 years? Yeah.
12 years? Yeah. I think
Me
so.
doing the like second guessing the math.
Yeah.
12 years. Me saying it makes you not wrong.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. You're like, it's 13 years. Jerk. Yeah. That's too funny. So how old were you when you met her?
I was 15. I didn't have, I only remember that because I didn't have a license. We used to have to, bum rides to each other's houses.
That's awesome.
But, she was 16. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty insane.
Yeah. She's older.
You don't hear of it a lot these days where people get together early.
Mm.
Like you hear like they'll get together at like 20s and stuff like that. Like my parents were, 15, 16 when they met.
Yeah.
And, I know like Trish and I were 21 and 24, I think, when we met.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's, we went through a lot. We both went to the same school and for university and ended up actually getting in the same residence building.
Because you went to Queens, right?
Yeah. We both went to Queens. Both got West Campus on Queens in the exact same building, which is hilarious. And then, we moved in with roommates in second year, and then we got our own place in third and fourth year, which was kind of nice. So we've been living together for a while, technically.
That's insane, eh?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you've spent your entire life as a filmmaker, right?
Yeah.
Like there's not been any other roles that you've done?
No, aside from odd jobs as like in high school and university. Yeah. Working at Best Buy, that kind of thing.
Best Buy?
Yeah.
You like the monitor guy?
Yeah. But all around tech. I went from selling cameras to operating them. So
the thing I want to chat most about today is parenthood and like that transition from, being, a youngster to being a parent.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty fresh for you. Like your oldest is 13 months.
Yeah.
Another one on the way.
Yeah.
So tell me about the emotions about that second time around. Because you've been through those first kind of like tumultuous times of the first one, like that first 9 months. Right?
Yeah.
So tell me about the lead up to baby number 2.
Yeah. I mean, with the first one, you're kind of nervous of like, there's so much to do and learn. The second one, you kind of like, I don't know, I feel a little bit more at ease because we know how to like raise a newborn and we know what to expect more or less. Nobody's a pro, but we're less nervous about that, more about, how's it going to be with 2 kids, right? Like they'll be 15 months apart.
Especially my sister, that's like real close.
Yeah. 2 under 2 is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Especially with what I do for work, like when I get a gig and I'm gone, Sometimes it could be for 2 weeks. Sometimes it's just daily things. But yeah, I think we're more nervous about how it's going to impact us from that standpoint of like me trying to earn enough to survive and pay the bills and everything, and still be a part of my kid's life, right? Like, yeah.
That's the hard part, right? Is because your career isn't exactly located in Belleville.
No.
So like, where have you been this year alone?
This year I've been to Canmore, Alberta, North Bay, a bunch in Toronto, a few shows in Gatineau, just kind of all over. I was on one show briefly that was here locally. That was nice, but even that was a 12-hour day. I'm gone before my little one wakes up, and I'm back home after he goes to bed. So
yeah,
kind of, I don't know. We expected to maybe see him a little bit more. I expected to see him a little bit more, and then the reality of a 12-hour day hits, and he's awake while I'm gone and asleep while I'm home.
Because you're completely freelance, right?
Yeah, entirely freelance. Yeah.
But so there's like, when jobs come along, you take the job. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And like, I don't know, to me, it's still, when I hear freelance, you think of like, artist or something to do with computers that's maybe at home. And but like with my kind of freelance with cam hopping, it has to be on location. So so I'm gone.
Yeah, and more often than not, to get like a productive day in, we often run 12-hour days, right?
Yeah.
So then you're gone for the majority of the day, not including the bookends, right? So like if your bookend is like a 2-hour drive, well, then there's another 4 hours on top of that. So you could be looking at a 16-hour day.
Yeah,
usually. Just to be there. And like there's literally little to no space in there. So.
Yeah, and that's kind of a lot of coworkers that I work with on various gigs, they live in Toronto, right? And I don't know, my wife and I chose Belleville because if I'm going to be away from home for extended periods of time, we may as well be close to family and friends, right?
Yeah.
Make it a little easier on her. So like, it's a sacrifice I make for a long drive, but we get affordable housing and we're near our parents and her parents, and my kid gets to grow up with her grandparents, and I don't have to live in Toronto, which I couldn't do.
So you don't strike me as a city guy.
No, I spent enough time there for work, and I like coming home, because you're not always working either, right? Like with freelancing, at least in my line of work, it doesn't always end up being Monday to Friday. Sometimes it's 2 weeks straight, and then you're back home for 2 weeks or a month or however long you have between gigs, which sometimes you get lucky and they're back to back, and you roll from one gig to another. And sometimes you have a little gap in between. I'd rather spend that gap somewhere in the country and somewhere I feel at peace.
Yeah. I think that's a really important thing, especially when you have such a busy life.
Yeah.
To be able to come back to somewhere where you can like recharge, regroup.
Yeah.
Right, versus being stuck in the busy hub of the city. And, there's a lot. Do you find that this year's been particularly hard doing what you do? Yeah.
I got the first kind of like travel away gig when he was 4 months. No. Yeah, 4 months.
Okay.
And it was like 2 weeks almost away in another province, and that was hard. Like flying for the first time felt super scary because
really,
and my wife, like,
because you've flown before, right?
I've flown before, I've flown a ton, and my wife hated when I said this, but I was like, it felt like I have something to lose now. Like if if this plane goes down, there's a lot more riding on it. She was like, when I told her that, she's like, what, do I not matter? And I'm like, you do.
Yeah.
But like,
it's different.
Now, if this plane crashes, a kid grows up without a dad. And I hate that. And I don't, and it was like, I don't know, just an added layer of scaries.
Yeah.
It's a very turbulent takeoff too. So that kind of set in pretty quickly.
Yeah. Have you traveled on a plane with your family yet?
Yeah. We went to, we took them overseas to see my sister graduate.
It's strangely easier to do.
Yeah. It was pretty good. You get on the flight first thing, and he was a gem. He was like 6 months old when we flew, and he slept the whole time.
There you go.
And it's like he gets some dirty looks getting on the plane now.
Yeah, 'cause they're like
with a
great
kid.
baby,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you want to be that guy bringing the baby on the plane. Everybody hates that, and well, I used to hate that. And
Yeah.
we got a lot of compliments coming off the plane because he was quiet,
Well behaved.
Yeah, he slept the whole time. Everybody was like, "Oh, he's such a good baby."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Thank you. We're so thankful."
I think the youngest I've flown the kids was, I think one of them was 6.
Yeah.
And that was difficult because they want to move. And they're my
yeah.
kids, they're like bouncing off the walls all the time.
I'm scared to fly with 2. Like, yeah. That one's gonna be nuts when that day comes. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Why do you think it's so important to be out in the countryside for the family? Like, are there things that you find are beneficial versus the city?
Yeah, I mean, the huge part for us was to be like close to his grandparents on either side, and that just happened to be in the country, which is really nice. I think I just wanted him to grow up with a backyard and like a good sense of the outdoors, because that's kind of the way I grew up, and spent most of my childhood playing outside in my parents' yard and like riding bikes around and everything like that, and a little harder to do in the city.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want my kids to have a similar upbringing that my wife and I had, and it's an easy choice.
Why is that important to you? Like for them to have that same experience as you?
I don't know whether it's like a sense of confidence in the world. You feel comfortable being outside on your own and trying new things and like risking getting hurt but not being afraid to. And instead of like a sheltered kind of lifestyle in the city. I mean, there's toughness to kids that grow up in the city. It's a different kind of toughness.
Yep.
But I don't know. I just think my wife and I both love the outdoors. It's our favorite thing to do is to go hunt or fish or ride 4-wheelers or just even go for a hike. Kind of want that for our kids. We want that to be their favorite things too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a parent, we are responsible to make sure they're safe.
Yeah.
Right? How do you balance safety with allowing them to take risk? Because risk is really important too, and you've even mentioned it before.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because you're just starting to really get out there and move around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you're just getting into that risk stage where everything
We're like
becomes
slowly trying to baby-proof things as he figures it out.
Eats everything.
Yeah, eats everything. Well, everything has to go in his mouth. I don't know. We're a little bit more relaxed. We kind of let him figure things out on his own. It's scary. He's bumped his head a bunch, but everybody that's that we're friends with that have kids, it's going to get way worse than that. So, so just get used to it, and he'll learn to fall on his hands, and he did. He's been pretty good. It's a bit of like trying to just teach him to be aware of his surroundings, but let him figure it out on his own, more or less.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm new, Ash. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing great.
Yeah.
No, I think like when I was, especially when the kids were young, it's like the first time that they have that first like fall or accident or whatever, you're always like, oh my God, like we never should do that again.
Yeah.
But then they do it again in a different way and then a different way. And they find all these inventive ways to hurt themselves. And it's like, after a while, you're like, okay, well, all we can really do is give them the best opportunity to not do it.
Yeah.
But then they have to figure it out.
Yeah,
right? It's
exactly.
like, they have to eventually sit there and learn, oh, this is hot. I shouldn't touch it. Or, like these are the things like you can control it to a certain point or you can explain it to them.
Yeah.
But it's not until they get that, kind of like, ow, kind of reaction that they're like, okay, that's a hard limit there for now.
Yeah. We're trying to, like the last few weeks, his thing has been like climbing on the couch. Like he's trying to figure out how to get up on his own and he can. And then the bigger thing is trying to get down on his own when he decides he doesn't want to be on the couch anymore. So like teaching him how to like go on his feet, go on his stomach, and down
scooch down.
Yeah, and scooch down and do it safely. And he picked it up pretty quickly. But we've also had to like just kind of change our environment a little bit to make it safer. Like we're big coffee table people. We like Yeah, we like having a coffee table and a
Those
place
are the
to.
worst for kids.
They're the worst. So
Because if you put anything on it, it's coming off onto the floor.
Yeah.
And they smash into them all the time. And the corners suddenly look like weapons.
We had a live edge one, like kind of like this, that had nice sharp corners on the side, and we had to part with it, put it in storage for a little bit. We bought an ottoman that has like a hard top, so at least if he falls into that now, it's like a soft edge.
Yeah,
and so that was, I don't know. We're just trying to make him figure out that he can fall into things and that's okay, but also it sucks to fall into things.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do it.
Learn that and then you'll be fine. I find too with two, you're getting into two ages.
Yeah.
So where one's going to be running around and you're having to pay attention, the other one's not, and just like, existing, right? And you're like, you're kind of torn between the two. And then they both get to be rambunctious.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just like this constant ebb and flow. And it's never as simple as they give you a moment's break. It's like you get this one sorted and this one jumps out. It's like, it's just it's fun. It's
going to be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I have two girls and I always thought like, boys are very rambunctious, right? It turns out girls are just as much. So it's like you're trying to balance that. And we have my nephew who's living with us right now. And so we've got like this one lad, and then there's like the girls and my wife, and I'm like, there'll be times I'm like looking at him like, we're outnumbered here. Like hardcore, right? It's like, it's just funny seeing his reaction to like, okay, these girls are crazy as well, right? It's like, it's fun though.
We have no girls in our friend group, which is hilarious. Like
really?
Our friend group of parents, we it's 4 boys right now. 3 of them were born in the same year.
Yeah.
If our next one is a boy, which we should know by the release of this podcast.
Yeah. Amazing.
I think it's going to be a boy.
Yeah.
So does my wife. But yeah, if it is, it'll be 5 boys. We have a perfect line for a men's hockey team.
There you go.
When we grow up, when they grow up. But yeah, it's chaos. Like my son's the youngest of the 4, and it's just they're all sort of different ages, sort of close at the same time, but they're all reaching different milestones, and it's chaos when they're around. My son gets a little overwhelmed sometimes, starts to cry, he like sobbed at his birthday party when it was when it was a little too overwhelming for him. But yeah, I don't know. That chaos isn't going to get any better. So, do
you look ahead? Because how old are the kids that are above him right now?
There's 2 of them are under 2.
Okay.
And then the one will be 3 in February in a couple months. So,
okay. Yeah. So they're real busy ages.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they haven't hit their peak yet.
No, they're gonna. So.
Yeah. Because they get like this age where they learn all these skills of being able to move, and then they just learn to do it louder.
Oh yeah.
Right. So that's the next stage.
Yeah, this friend group of parents is going to get a little harder to hang out. We're all going to be arguing about whose house we go to, because that house is the one that gets trashed.
The basements are fusements are full.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. I don't have a basement, Ash.
No,
I'm done. Yeah.
Oh man, you're done. Yeah. Just put a fence around one room.
I should.
And just hope.
Yeah. They can go play in the garage.
It's so weird because like, I remember seeing how our house used to be, and like we saw some photos recently of like when the kids were young, completely different, right? Because like now I look and I'm like, oh yeah, that would have to go, that would have to go, that would have to go. There's so many things, and like baby proofing a home, is a whole thing.
Oh yeah,
right. And it's like, from the corners you start looking at to like, what are the hard surfaces? Can he pull this chair over on himself?
Oh,
and it's like
all the cupboards you got to close, and once he figures out how to open drawers, and
And so you're basically like balancing all of this right now. So, and how do you prep for a baby and a mobile child? Like,
I don't know. That's a good question. We're, we have another nursery to build. We're at the like point now where we're like he's just kind of outgrowing things. It'll be perfect to put in like, to kind of take out of his room and put it in the other. Like, we're going to sort of try to transition him to a larger bed, and then pull his crib into the new baby's room. But yeah, I don't know. We like I feel like our house is in a pretty good shape. We got a lot of containment zones that we can lock them in one family room and sit in there with them, and kind of keep them out of the kitchen if we need to. And I think that's the play.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard because when he was born, we just had like this little, we called it the peanut, but it was like a little pillow that he could lay on that was kind of raised on all sides. And so we had that on the couch before he could roll over. And that was super easy, but probably not going to be as easy with a little goblin running around throwing projectiles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's the other thing too, is that there's a new dynamic that appears.
Yeah.
Right. Because you're just getting used to this current dynamic.
Yeah.
And now there's going to be another dynamic where he's now sharing your attention. Right. So now you're splitting that attention somewhat.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's like, yeah, they start to go, well, what about me? And they'll play up to get your attention. You know?
We're naively hoping that the 15-month gap is soon enough that he doesn't quite feel that.
That's sweet.
But yeah, I see your face and I know. But because especially with me being gone, he loves his mom. I like Matt leaving Canada is awesome because she got to take a year. But like I can't take a year, so he's definitely like he loves his mom and wants to. That's his like safety net. And when he's got to share that, I think that'll be a bit problematic. But I don't know. We're very like cross that bridge when we get there, parents, and figure it out as we go, I guess. Yeah. I don't know if that's a good strategy or bad strategy, but
time will tell.
It's worked so well.
I find when you're, and this is still fresh enough in my memory, when you're a new parent, everybody has strategies for you.
Oh yeah.
Everybody tells you the best way of doing something.
Yeah.
And then you end up getting to the point where we get so saturated. Because at first you take all of this information because you're like, please, anything.
Yeah.
Right. But then after all, you're like, I'm so saturated. I don't know which way's up. I'm just going to like hopefully keep this kid alive long enough to figure out the next step.
Oh yeah.
You know,
there's so many like, I find too, especially in my line of work, like you go to, when I'm working with different guys, there's a lot of gearheads that I work with, right? That love tech, love all the like cameras and all this. And the guys in that line of work that are new parents love all the gizmos that are there for parenting. And it's like, it's so much advice. I'm like, you have to buy this. It's a lifesaver. You have to. Yeah. You need this. And there's so many things that we either like bought that we didn't really need, or like we're thankful I didn't listen to that advice and didn't buy it because you only need these things for a couple of years, and then they outgrow them.
And then they outgrow them, and they're usually either destroyed or they're just getting old or they're out of code. I remember like the one thing that we had was it was like a radio that went to the crib. Yeah. But we didn't have the camera.
Oh yeah.
And I absolutely love that, because what we do is when she was in like a screaming fit or whatever, and we like try to put her down to go to bed and she's still shouting, we could just turn the volume down, but you can still see the LEDs like showing you the volume. So you like sit there. But the thing is like too much information can be really like paralyzing.
Oh, 100%.
Because go ahead.
Well, they have this thing that like we have the camera. I love the camera. Love being able to see it. But especially with a newborn, you're like so paranoid of like, is he breathing? And like you're the camera, I'm like zoomed in on it, going like, okay, yeah, he's breathing. And they make like they make sleepers even that have like sequence on it now. Yep. That when they breathe, it reflects in the infrared in the camera, so it's like really easy to see that they're breathing. Yeah. We didn't have any of that with him. Yeah. We didn't buy any, but. I remember a few nights where you're like looking at him like he hasn't moved in a while.
Have you guys been through a sickness yet?
Just like the cold kind of.
Like a flu. Have you gone through?
He had like hand, foot, and mouth when he was teething. That was awful. Yeah. Yeah.
Like his fever spiking and stuff like that.
Yeah, fever. And
that's one of the most stressful moments I find, especially as a parent, is because you can do nothing. No. And you're like sitting there, and then like you're reading about it, which makes it worse. Yeah.
Well, and more on your point of like too much information. They have these things, these socks, these tech socks that you can put on the kid now, and it's this little infant sock that has a chip in it that reads and sends information to your phone. And my wife and I were chatting a lot over like whether or not we needed this, because they were like for $300 or something like that, which in camera world is not that much, but
in baby world,
that's a lot of money. And so we're like trying to decide if we want it. It could tell you like their heart rate, their body temperature. It gives you like facts about how they're sleeping, tracks all these different things. And I remember my wife and I going like, I don't think it's a good idea. For me, I would sit there and be a little too crazy about it and be constantly monitoring it.
Do you find that you two have a different kind of like POV on it?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like a little bit too worried, and I don't know, not really. Like we're both kind of the same. Like we both have to like talk each other, not like off a cliff, but like calm each other down every once in a while. Like he's okay. Yeah. Everything's fine.
That's probably the most terrifying part, right? Is like when you're sitting there and you're like watching for him to breathe.
Yeah.
And just like,
yeah, exactly.
Is he breathing?
Yeah. I remember how scary like the first night that like we put him to bed and we didn't go to bed with him was. And then it was like, okay, well, guess we can like watch a movie now or something like that. Like this is crazy. And we had some movie playing on the background, but we did not watch it. We would just watch the monitor the whole time. Yeah. And it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. It goes from being non-existent in your life to being everything.
Yeah.
And the things that you thought you were passionate about quickly get a backseat compared to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? It's like, that's the one thing that fascinated me so much about having kids is like how much they change your perspective on life.
Yeah.
And on like just general kind of living.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It like now going to work feels like way more of a purpose than it did. Before it was like, a little purpose. You got to pay the bills, but it was also for fun. And now it's like, okay, I have to, I need to.
Yeah.
There's multiple people riding on this now.
Does that feel more pressure to you?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot more pressure. Yeah. Especially like as a freelancer, right? Like it's a little bit scarier, the gaps, like, any like good freelancer should have like a little bit of a fallback savings.
Yep.
But sometimes like harder to have when you have a bunch of expenses coming up.
And they always come up on like all at once.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like Formula, dude. Formula was nuts. That was like crazy expensive. And I had no idea that it was that expensive.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the first thing I warn new dads about when I get chatting with them is just like familiarize yourself with
costs.
The cost of it, because it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like
anywhere from like diapers to the diaper genies to the wipes to all of that stuff.
Yeah.
There's
Going to
just
Costco
so many
a lot
things.
more than I used to. So
dude, Costco, the only reason we got a Costco card was because we had kids.
Yeah.
Like I think we stopped renewing ours last year.
Yeah. Just snacks and diapers and everything like that. Like and formula too. It's a godsend.
Yeah. With the weight of like, because everything's so much more expensive now, right? And the weight of like, I've got to get this work done. Do you find that you feel more stressed at work now?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I do find it a little bit more stressful, especially when I'm gone for a couple days, right? And it's more stressful when I know like, okay, maybe he's not sleeping super well and my wife's up and she's dealing with it alone. And traveling for like film and television can seem super glamorous and it has its perks. It's nice. It's kind of hard to downplay, how nice a Holiday Inn is when you're having to get up with an infant every night. But yeah, so it's stressful in that sense of like, oh God, I wish he could be home every night to like help out.
Yeah.
You feel a little bit of guilt.
Yeah.
Finishing work and going back to a hotel. And
because you're sitting there on the phone.
Yeah.
And talking, and then you hear all the things, and you're like sitting there, you're like, I've got
hear him crying
6 hours of like
that,
chilling.
Often like our days are so long too. Like he goes to bed like after 7, like between 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're working past that and like I can't even FaceTime him, right? And because he's asleep. I'll try like call on lunch, that kind of thing. But sometimes you get to lunch and you've got to just eat quickly and keep going. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess a little heightened stress levels now, knowing that. Just because of the guilt I feel being gone, right?
Yeah. The guilt is a tough one because it's self-imposed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like my wife understands that I need to be gone, and this is the industry, and it sucks to have to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's primarily self-imposed. Like I'm there thinking that I should be home, but I can't.
Yeah.
Sometimes and then you have there's like career regrets and whatnot. You wish you had chosen to be something else and would allow you to be home. But there's other times where it's like, this is the only thing I could ever do. Like I can't do anything else. Like I love this job so much.
Yeah.
And I would hate to go to work every day and do something else.
Yeah. That's kind of, there's a song by the Struts, which is really always, it's called Could Have Been Me. Mm. And in that song, they talk about, I don't want to wake up in the morning and go to, on a Monday morning and dread going into work, basically, is the whole song. And it's like it's a fascinating thing because especially freelancers, they've often picked a career that they're so passionate about. Mm-hmm. But then when they're having to share that career with other people in their life, that becomes more of a thing, right? So and I can see, I can remember because I had a studio in Kingston at the time. So I would drive back and forth from Kingston every day. Mm. And actually we were living in Brighton at the time. So it's like an hour and 20 minute drive every single day. Yeah. Twice,
So you know it.
Oh, I've been there. And it's like, it's a tough life, man. And you sit there and like, especially when the kid's sick and you're heading out.
And you're stuck in traffic.
Yeah. And like, the worst part about your day is the fact that they put cream in your coffee instead of milk. Uh-huh. Right. And you're heading out there and then your wife's like, well, this happened and I got puked on and and it's like, sorry, hon, I wish I could help, but I'm out here. Right. And it's like, And then you're sitting at work going, should I be here? Right. Mm-hmm. Should I be doing this or should I be back there? And there were days where I would call and be like, I can't come into the studio today because I got to deal with a kid. Mm-hmm. Right. And it's like, you get those days where it just becomes an insurmountable kind of thing where, Trish was out for the count because she's been like sleepless for like 3 days in a row. Yeah. Yeah. And the kid's still sick. And it's just like,
Yeah. That's part of the reason we're like thankful we get to live like here close to grandparents. Because when the second one's born, my father-in-law retires. My parents are retired now. So there's a lot of help around, which is kind of good.
Yeah.
Help's important. Help's super important. It was something that we really had to come to terms with, like asking for and receiving help and stuff like that with kids. Somebody had told us, because I was like, I feel bad asking for help. Like I know my parents did it with not a lot of help around and everything like that. And and you just feel guilty putting people out of their way and everything, but they're people that want to help. Like the grandparents want to help. Yeah. And somebody once said that you wouldn't run a marathon without taking any water. And like raising kids is a marathon, so like take a sip of water. Yeah. And help. And that was like eye-opening advice. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, we're running a marathon and we should stop for water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find your sense of scale and time has changed as a parent?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like a year's no longer a year.
This past year has flown by. We were just chatting about that last night.
It only gets faster.
Oh
just so you know, FYI.
You blink and it's like, I can't believe this happened. Like the months fly by. You look at the calendar and put a couple things off, like house projects and whatnot. Oh, we'll do that then. And then shows up and it's like, we've filled up this space already. I can't do that.
Well, and that's where the asking for help really matters.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, that's where it really matters because it's like, it is going to take some time and it's much longer than you can ever conceive. Right. Yeah. And I think back to my firstborn to now, the difference in mindset and everything, like it's completely different now. Like I have a kid who's driving now. Yeah. Like that's where we're at. And it's like, but it was yesterday. that I was like holding her in my arms when she was fresh out of the hospital. You know?
yeah.
So you definitely need the the support structures around you.
Yeah.
And then asking for help, is like you said, it's like drinking the water while you're doing a run. It's like you need to be doing this.
Yeah.
Or it's just going to get very, very hard or nigh impossible to do.
Yeah.
Right. So, and there are people out there who've done it with no help.
Yeah.
Like
the rest of that analogy was that everyone at the end of the marathon gets the same medal. There's no marathon for there's no medal for doing the marathon with no water.
Fair.
Yeah. And,
I always tell people it's like a marathon, like, cause I'm, used to do a lot of running and they would be like, oh, well, my time's not this. And every runner is obsessed with pace.
Yeah.
And I would sit there and say, it's still this distance.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I know when I did my first half marathon, like I remember going, okay, well, I'll do a half marathon. Well, how much is a marathon? Right. It's like, holy, that's 42.2 kilometers. So a half marathon's 21.1. You want me to do that in how long? Like, get out of here. Ugh. But now, like, looking back, that used to be like a regular run for me.
Yeah.
So you get to the point where that becomes, but it's only through consistency and, taking the time and training and doing all that you actually ramp up to there.
Yeah.
And I think parenting's the same thing. It's like at the beginning, you have no concept of how much time it's going to take. Mm-hmm. And then you need those little breaks to recharge.
Yeah.
Right. Because you at your peak.
Leaving the house is hard. And
yeah. Have you guys had it where you both have been hit at the same time? Because you talked about how you propped each other up and like, don't be too scared of do this and do that. But is there a part where you guys have been aligned where you're both like frustrated or tired?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a really hard time, right?
Yeah. There was one day in particular when he had hand, foot, and mouth and he was teething at the same time. And we were just both exhausted. I forget I think it was, I had like a long work week and she obviously was home dealing with him.
Long work week.
So it was like, in her own work week. And so it was like day 4 of him being sick and teething and I was coming home and like it's a very labor intensive job. Like you've got a camera on your shoulder all day and long hours and whatnot. And she's doing long hours of her own and not sleeping for more than 2 hours at a time. Yeah. And so the day 4 rolled around when I got home and like pre-kids used to just sleep in a little bit and make some good food and watch a movie or whatever to recover. And now there's no recovery time after a work gig like that. And I remember just like taking videos of him crying and he just didn't stop crying. And my wife and I are like, I don't know what to do. But all of our parents were busy that day and obviously a hard sell for someone to come over and help out when he's crying that much.
It's not as hard as you'd think though.
Yeah.
Right? How quick were they over?
They were pretty quick. Yeah. But it was just, we looked at each other and we're like, oh my God, how are we going to even do this? Like, I'm too exhausted to even make any food. Mm-hmm. And it's nights like that where I'm glad I don't live too far in the country. We can Uber eat something and dinner's figured out. And
that's something that didn't exist when we were.
No. Like that was a huge gift that somebody gave us. Right? Yeah. For as a baby shower gift was an Uber Eats card. And we weren't big like Uber Eats people. I don't like spending a ton of money. And like if we are going to get takeout or whatever, like I'd rather go right and pick it up myself instead of paying a markup and a delivery fee and everything like that. And especially if like we try to support local restaurants and whatnot. But then so we never really ordered a whole lot. And then we got this gift card and loaded it on. And there was a few nights where I kind of loaded it into our Uber account and forgot about it. And then there was a couple nights where like, we're too tired to make, and we're like, oh yeah, we have that gift card. It's perfect. Yeah. It's the best gift to have. Like, you don't have to make dinner tonight. Here you go. Done. Sweet.
And it's funny how much convenience plays up when you're a parent. Yeah. Right? Like convenience will solve everything. Mm-hmm. Right? Like that's the one thing is like, convenience meals existed because of busy parents. Right? Yeah. It's like that moment where you're just like, we can solve this easily. Yeah. Done. Let's go, please. Because it's about, I think it's decision stacking, right? I think what happens is when you're, a couple, you don't have a ton of decisions to stack, right? And then when you go to work, you add some decisions to stack. But then when you have kids, they come along with a lot of different decisions to make.
Oh, yeah.
And you end up like seeing the stack of decisions get up. So the fact that there could be one of those decisions removed is
so
fantastic.
Easy. Yeah. I took a lot of time before he was born to meal prep a bunch of food. So did my wife. Like she made a lot of soups and stuff like that. That was helpful.
Yeah.
A big thing for me is like, I got to eat in the morning. I love breakfast and everything like that. So I meal prep breakfast burritos, and that was a godsend in the early days. Yeah. Just to be able to like wake up.
Do you prep? How many do you prep?
I prepped 25 or 24 because they come in 12 packs. So I did that. It was 24 days of breakfast for me. My wife isn't like super big into them. She'll have a bite or two, but I need them. And it was huge for me in the early days of like waking up with a newborn and like I'm going to prep a bottle or whatever, or we're just too tired to make anything, but you want something in your stomach. Throw it in 5 minutes in the microwave, toast it up. It's perfect.
We did those a month ago where we sat down, like we're going to meal prep because like
it's chaos.
The kids, they just like, we have like 3 teenagers in the morning and they're eating and then they're heading out. And like, it's like, we need you to eat something good because then you're not coming home and raiding the fridge when you get back from school.
Cereal's
and
not
clearing it out.
Yeah.
Right. So we decided we'd do the breakfast burritos and we did like 24 of them, same kind of thing. It lasted a week because they would start snacking on them.
Yeah.
Right. Because first off, most of the teenagers were eating 2 of them at a time, which I'm just like, bro, these are like 500 calorie burritos. We're not like skimping on calories here. And they'd be like, 1,000 calories done. Next.
I think our next one's going to be a boy. And I sort of hope for our wallet's sake that it's not, because I was a huge eater when I was a teenager. And I remember that was the funniest part about dating my wife when we started dating, was because she comes from a family of no boys. And I remember going over to her parents' house for dinner the first time. And I think we joke about this constantly. And I'm sure it's gotten, the truth has been stretched a little bit. But they would have like 2 chicken breasts to share between the 5 of us. And I remember sitting down and going, whew, I could eat the 2 chicken breasts just myself. Clearly they haven't had to cook for boys like ever. And we still kind of ride my mother-in-law a little bit about that. And it's an ongoing family joke, especially now that my wife's little sister has a boyfriend. And I'm like, I paved the way for you, dude. You know,
you're going to get fed because of me.
Yeah. There's food here because I taught them how dudes eat.
It's so funny because we have my nephew. And so, it's just, my family is predominantly females, right? So then he comes in and he eats like crazy. And I'd forgotten how much we eat. And so I kind of said to Trish, I'm like, well, we'll just add a little bit of protein. No, we double the protein now.
Oh, yeah.
Like if we're cooking for just us, like we can cook 1 tray of chicken for like the family. But if he's involved, then we cook 2 trays of chicken because it's literally so much more. And it's just, they burn through it. It just burns.
I would drink a liter of chocolate milk a day when I was in high school because I'd finish volleyball practice or hockey or whatever. And I would I don't know, I grew up in the time period that I was playing sports was like, you use chocolate milk to recover. And maybe that was marketing. I don't know. But
sugar, protein,
but I would down a liter of chocolate milk like after sports. And that was always my recovery drink.
That's too funny.
Yeah, it's nuts. I can't imagine doing that now.
Meal prep is to me, meal prep is such a relief. Yeah. Like, and it gets better, by the way. So like, like the breakfast thing makes sense. If you can get into doing like the dinners as well, or even like get the pre-chopping.
It's got to be good though. It's got to be good food.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I mean, like I like to prep up to the part of cooking.
Yeah.
So like I'll go and prep like a whole bunch of onions, carrots, and celery together. Right. And just like have like 17 stacks of those in the freezer. So you go in, off you go. Yeah. Those are great. So sheet pan dinners are.
Yeah. Those are, and my wife and I, we both love cooking. That's kind of our favorite thing to do together. And that has been the hardest thing to do since having kids, is that we can't always cook together.
Yep. It'll come back.
Yeah, it'll come back. We know it will. Half the time, like we'll just, we'll go over to my parents or her parents or whatever. And we'll just be like, look, we'll cook.
Yeah. You just look after the kids.
You just look after the kid. Yeah. That's like, we just want to cook together. That's what we love doing. Yeah. And, so I don't know, we care about good food too. So like the meal prep has to be like delicious food.
Well, and that's exactly it. So I think, and so if we talk about, because especially today, the food prices are ridiculous. So we are obnoxious when it comes. So like when we do our prep, we'll take all the kind of like the trimmings, we'll throw it into a bag.
Yeah.
That goes into a stock.
Yeah.
Right. So then we'll basically save all the carcasses,
You guys
roast them off.
hardcore, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like Trisha often jokes, she's like, you should become a chef. I'm like, no, because I already gave one of my passions to work, not enough one, right? It's like, you do that once and then you're like, no, I'm keeping this for me. But we do that. And I found over time in aggregate, the kids really appreciate good cooking.
Yeah.
And so it's really hard to eat out now.
Oh yeah.
Because now they'd be like, well, dad makes a better steak than this. Or
exactly.
Whatever. And it's like,
especially with me, like on the road too. Like I think part of the reason I love cooking and controlling our own food is because like I eat so much takeout all the time.
Yeah.
Like you're constantly on the road and it's not like easier said than done to like bring food with you. There's not always like, we don't have a lunchroom or anything like that. Right. And so eat a lot of good food, but you also eat a lot of crap fast food for quite a while. And it's nice to go home and just eat what you like.
It just hits you different, right?
Yeah. There's so many times where like, my wife and I are on the opposite schedules where like she'll be eating home cooked food for so long, all these meal prep things we've done and everything like that, and cooking for our son, and then end of the week rolls around and I'm coming home from wherever I've been, and she's like, can we just get takeout or something like that? I'm like, I've had takeout all week. I just want to eat. Can we cook something?
So can you cook something for me and I'll order takeout for you?
Yeah. And, but yeah, so that's kind of a funny dynamic, but,
I just find it really hard to, on those days where you want to order in, it's like you want to order in. It's like you're spent.
Yeah.
Like especially if you're
it's an easy decision.
It's such an easy decision to make, right? And it's so easy to make now. It used to be a lot harder because you have to at least call someone like, hey, do you deliver? But now it's just like on your app and you're good to go.
Yeah. My wife's thing is too, like, I don't know, we know a lot of the local restaurants around where we live and we like supporting them and stuff like that. And it started during COVID for us where we would like go out and make a point of ordering takeout from each spot that we really liked that we wanted to like keep afloat during COVID. Right. And, and now that's sort of turned into her excuse of like, well, we should support that sushi restaurant. We really, okay. I get it. Yeah. We'll order. You're justifying it by helping out a small business. I like it. I like it.
Do you want to see your kids working in the industry that you're in?
If I don't want to choose what my kids do, and I don't really want to push them in any direction, I admittedly would probably push them away from what I do and more into like I would do the trades. Why
would you push them away from what you do?
I don't know. I got a love-hate with what I do. Like, knowing what I know now, I love what I do. I love the creativity that I get to have at work and everything like that. And love the places that I get to go see and the people I get to work with. But there's other things where it's like, I'm not home every night. Right. And that kind of sucks. And there's things that I didn't think about when I chose the career. Cause I didn't know that I would need to think about those. Right.
Like what?
And and I don't know. I like my mom was a principal. My dad was a cop, and neither my sister or myself went into those professions. And I like that they didn't try to get us to do those professions. I like that they tried to get us to choose what we wanted to do, and it was good. But I think I would try and push them a little bit more into something, not to say sustainable, but consistent. Like I got a lot of buddies that are in the trades, and they're doing okay. AI is not threatening to replace a few things in the trades like they are in my line of work.
Are you concerned by AI?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. What concerns you about it?
I don't know. I watch there's people in my industry that rightfully hate AI and are against it and are able to identify it. And then I see a lot of people in my life who are of an older generation or who aren't involved in film and television and stuff like that, who love it and don't care that it's AI and that it like maybe took jobs away and was quick and easy to produce.
Do you think it's because they've already seen that though? Like they've already seen technology shift. What we're talking about is a technology shift, right? To be clear, right?
Yeah.
Because if you think when I was getting into this industry, it was film.
Yeah.
And then this digital came along and everyone's like, it's just a fad.
Digital, yeah.
Everybody hated it.
Yeah.
So I embraced and said, I'm going to double down on this digital thing.
Oh, for sure. I think we need to embrace it. Absolutely. Right? What scares me is when it starts to replace like everything in terms of like what we watch. Like I like the authenticity of somebody wrote this piece of work, or these are real stories that are being told on screen, in the sense that it's like reality television. And it scares me when people won't care anymore and they'll just watch anything, and then things become even more outrageous than they possibly could be with real people on camera. I just think, I don't know what what the way to adapt is yet, but I got to figure it out.
Yeah, because I mean, I've heard the kind of simile that it's a tool to be used, and it's a very powerful tool.
Yeah, it's an absolute.
But it's still just a tool. Yeah, right. It's like it's not going to create without someone creating. Right. So I mean, like the argument for it is to say that there's still a creator behind it who's making it, and that person has developed a taste, has developed the authenticity that you're craving to see. Yeah. Right. And so that's kind of an interesting perspective.
And I'm going to call myself out for being a hypocrite. Like I use it to write emails and whatnot, or even a lot of copy on my website. I can't afford to hire somebody to do that for me. So it was handy that I could use AI to do that, because I'm no writer. So like I recognize that I've used it myself to replace what could have been a job. But yeah, I don't know. It's scary times, and I think we got to figure out how to adapt and how to not get left behind.
I think there's got to be a happy medium. And I think right now the cause for concern and upset that I have with it is that it's taking something that's been made already, either for somebody or for someone else, or just because. Yeah. And then they're just taking it without any credit where credit's due, or any fiscal compensation. Yeah. And I think the problem is with where we're heading right now, especially with like the ubiquity of like AI slop is a great example, is it's just that. It's just regurgitation of everything that's out there over and over and over and over. Yeah. And it's starting to feed upon its own tail like a snake, right? So like that's a problem. So we need to have some kind of fresh content going in where it's actually real content and people can relate to it and they understand it and they want to see it. Yeah. And that needs to feed that stuff as well. Yeah. Because if not, we're just going to end up with nobody watching it. I mean, there's a theory called the dead internet theory, right? And people are saying it's the beginning of that, because everything online is so fake that you don't know what's real. Therefore, you don't go online. Yeah. Right. So that's kind of the overarching kind of thing that I've seen more and more. And it's like, how do we stop that, especially in the film industry? Because our film industry is designed to tell stories about people, to give them hope, to give them different kind of emotions. But when you start pulling those emotions out and it's just, numbers and bits, it just becomes kind of lifeless. Yeah, it does. And that's my favorite part about what I do, is like just filming all these crazy stories all the time, right? Like just different. I've done a lot of different shows, a lot of like really different shows that, it's just like, it's fun. I love being behind the camera and like trying not to laugh. And I've got to be professional. Right. And, there's a lot of hosts or competitors or people I film that they kind of feed off that too. They like when the camera guy's laughing a little bit, but yeah, you got to keep it professional. Yeah. And that's what I like. That's what I like, the authenticity of that.
of seeing that happen in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a special thing too, because you get to see it before it even hits the lens.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah. It's crazy to like, I don't watch every show that I shoot. I think a lot of guys will tell you, like a lot of camera guys will say that. But it's neat watching the ones that you do. Like I'll sit down with my wife and we'll watch the show, and I'll have like behind the scenes stories or whatever. I'll laugh, especially when they're like breaking the fourth wall and I'm the fourth wall. And my wife always laughs and it's like, oh, how'd you keep it together or anything like that? Like, I don't know. You just do. It's just what you have to do.
I love that.
It's interesting, like chatting with like neighbors or other friends that aren't a part of the industry. Cause it's like the television world seems so far fetched and so beyond it. It's just a box in their room or in their living room that they see. And and they're always like, I don't know, especially with like cameras and drones and everything like that. They're not around it every day. So it's like, it's so Hollywood, even though it's not, right?
When do you find you lose the magic because of that? Because you're there?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah.
Because I know I have trouble watching stuff now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll watch things and be like, well, the reason that they didn't shoot this is because of that, or like, I'll watch an error online that's like, oh, that was screwed up.
Yeah. My favorite is the double sun.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, look at the double sun. And my wife was like, what do you mean?
Triple and quad sun. Yeah. It's, it happens a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, that stuff there. And like, it's kind of cool because you are going to be able to show your kids the stuff that you're a part of. Right. And that's living on, for eternity as long as digital lasts. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I really like about it.
Yeah. Like your dad was a cop and your mom was a teacher. Both are very hard professions. Yeah. Right. And their own, unique rights. Yeah. What's safe in the world right now for your kids to go into? Because as parents, we think about this. We're like, oh, don't do that because that's like super sketch or whatever. It's like, and it's like, I know my kid right now, she's going through welding. And she's like, oh, I'm thinking about welding on oil rigs. And I'm like, the most dangerous job in the world. Thank you. That's going to let your mom sleep at night and me sleep at night. Just like, like anytime you have like FIFO work, it's like, it's expensive and it's going to be, you'll make a lot of money, but it's super dangerous. Yeah. I'm trying to explain that. So like, what's a job that you can see like surviving this? Cause I feel like we're in a bit of a turbulent, world right now. Yeah. Tumultuous even.
I don't know what I would say would be like a safe job, but I don't know. I always said if I could go back, I would want to be like an electrician or something like that. A buddy of mine's an electrician, and I just like working with my hands. I think that's what I like most about the work that I do, is that I'm not in an office every day. I can't do it. I tried editing for television. I didn't like it, and I need to be on set. So yeah, I don't know. I think what's safe is like whatever suits your lifestyle, and it's not safe from like changing industries, but like can be consistent your whole life, right? Yeah. Like it's freelancing's super fun while you're in your 20s, and it's a changing thing every day, and you have no kids, and you can hop from one cool project to another, and maybe you don't work for a couple months, and then it gets a little scarier when you have kids, and it's like, oh, okay, now I need to make sure the rest of my calendar year is booked up. And there's some days when you haven't had a long gig in a while where it's just been dailies here and there that you're like, I wish I kind of had something that was consistent, that I just went to a location every day and I did the same thing. For a couple of months. Yep. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't think that's something I could do. Like I like that I'm in a different spot every day, and that I'm lighting a different scene or filming a different thing. And it's constantly changing. My days, kind of the same, but also different every single day. But I I don't know. What's safe is what you want to do, really.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be my advice to my kids is that as long as you know that this is what you want to do, then do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remind my girls over and over again, is like most of your time is spent at work.
Mm-hmm.
So find just an element of it that you really enjoy or that you can do well. Right. Mm-hmm. And more often than not, like if you can get them both combined, that's fantastic.
And take the time to figure it out too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I know a few people who like, I remember being in school and being like, oh, you took a year off. Like, what are you going to do for a year? And, like trying to figure out what they want to do. And, they're in like incredibly happy careers now, because of it. And, I think I maybe would have benefited from that. I don't know if I would have chosen anything different. But I needed university to grow up and decide what I wanted to do. And taking a year off might be a cheaper way to do that.
Yes. Especially in today's climate.
Yeah, exactly. Because I didn't need a 4-year degree to be doing what I'm doing right now. I'm glad I have it. And the time that I spent doing it was awesome. And I met a lot of really cool people. But I don't explicitly need it to do what I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with kids, we crave the safety for them, but we also want them to be happy.
Yeah.
And it's often straying away from that safety that actually will make them happy.
Yeah.
Because if they're going out there and doing the same thing over and over again and they're not happy, then they need to change it up. They need to do something different.
Yeah.
And the hardest part when they get older is the instilling the value of getting out there and doing it for themselves.
Yeah.
And not because someone told them to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I think that's huge.
Yeah, that's the toughest part about being a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just seeing there, and you know how precious time is and how fast it goes by. And they just sit there like it's just this never-ending resource.
They have zero context for it.
Zero.
Yeah.
And it only gets
and
worse.
You're the old guy yelling at not yelling at them, but telling them like,
because you get frustrated.
Time moves on. Yeah.
Like, guys, like literally in this week, you've done nothing. Like, just find something to do. Yeah. No, it's an interesting journey. The only thing I can say is like every kid is different, and like it doesn't matter whether they're from the same parents.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't matter if they have the same upbringing. They'll always find a way to be almost completely different than each other, or at least different enough. Yeah. Like my niece and nephew are twins. And they're so different in so many ways, right? And then just like, it's fascinating because they've got two different personalities, two different views of life, but at the same time, they have these things that you kind of like harken back to their parents and you can see them. And it's like, it's this beautiful mixture of like this individual coming out, but at the same time as like the people who raised them. And it's a beautiful thing. My sister and I are like a textbook of that. Like I don't know, I hunt and fish and love the outdoors and, got into a real artsy field of work and I sucked at science. Science and math were not my strong suit. And she is completely opposite. She's a pescatarian. And she went off to vet school, got into vet school and did incredibly well in sciences. And I can't even fathom. I hated science, and it's wild that we're in like these two completely different careers. Would she have liked going to that shoot that we did? The one with what's her name? Oh my gosh, why is her name escaping my mind? Temple. Oh, she would have loved that. Yeah. She was super, super jealous of that day. Yeah. It's funny because people they talk to me about Temple. They're like, oh, you probably don't know who that is. I'm like, no, I've met her. It's like, what? I know. It's so funny. It's such a weird thing being in this industry. I remember Googling her going like, I don't know who she is. So I Googled her and was like, oh, that's really cool. Like my sister might know who she is. And I remember texting her and she was like, what? You're going? And she was in Europe at the time. She's like, if I could be home, I totally would have gone. I probably could have got you tickets. Yeah. Probably could have met her. Yeah. Like, would have been really easy. Yeah. It was like a fireside chat almost. So it was like you could literally walk up and shake her hand. Yeah. There's a lot of days. It's funny. Like
you get close to the same industry where
Yeah.
it's like I worked on an animal show the one time, and she was like, "That'd be so cool."
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It maybe one day our worlds will collide. I'll do a show about her, but we'll see.
That'd be awesome. I think as you go into like the second kid, I like the reality is that your time gets like more and more like sparse, right?
Yeah.
So do you see yourself still doing what you do now, or are you trying to kind of evolve into something that's closer, evolve into something that's a bit more kind of localized so that you can have more access to your family?
I think there might be a good happy medium. Like I'd really like to see the film industry in our area here and like towards Kingston kind of grow a little bit more. I do a lot of drone work, which I really enjoy. I'd love to keep doing that. Yeah, I don't know. I see it as more of a happy medium. Like I don't think I always say if I won the lottery today, I wouldn't stop what I'm doing for a living because I love it so much.
Okay.
I'd just be a little bit more picky with the gigs that I take, right?
Yeah.
And I would love to get myself to that point where as a parent, I can still be home and do what I want to do and be with my kids. And but you know, every once in a while, it'd be cool to go on on a nice cam op trip again and shoot a TV show in some foreign crazy place.
Yeah.
Because I love that. I don't know. In my life, I've always had imposter syndrome with like everything that I do for work and everything like that. And the one thing that I like haven't had imposter syndrome for is like being a dad. I love it. I know I wanted to do it. Know I was going to be good at it. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but like I like it, and it's one thing that I don't feel second guessed about. And there's a lot of areas of my life that I do feel second guessed about, but that's not one of them. It's the one consistent thing that I think I love doing it, and I'm glad I did.